Human torque with your Andalites, Yerks, and Taxons if you managed to get some earbuds. Welcome to the Wonder Years for all your Animorphs reading and eventual rewatching needs. I'm Sarah.
I am Blair.
I'm Seda, and were you guys ever worried when you invited me to be on this podcast that I'd be really into murdering birds?
No. I'm going to be honest here.
It hadn't crossed my mind.
Yeah.
At the time, no, I didn't think so.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
But wait, hold on. Actually, I think the mythos that we originally established at the start of the show was that Blair anamorphed into Geralt, and then Geralt anamorphed into a person, like real Geralt anamorphed into a person, and then that was you.
Oh.
Like I think that was the fiction that I established in the episode descriptions.
I think that might be true. Oh no, if I'm Geralt, I do like to kill birds. I'm vegan, Geralt.
Wait, then if Geralt is Blair and you're Geralt, who the fuck is this?
David.
David, is this you?
Oh
David, you have to tell us if you're David, otherwise it's entrapment.
Yeah. This feels like we're trying to contact spirits, but in the most confusing possible way.
Like that scene in Hereditary.
Yes, exactly. It's like all of the scenes in Hereditary. It's like a lot of scenes in Hereditary, this podcast.
Did you know that this podcast is just like a beat-for-beat recap of Hereditary?
Yeah, you have to listen to it at 1.5 speed all in a row, but it is.
You have to listen to it at 1.5 speed and then just like watch Hereditary a lot of times.
It syncs up. It's crazy. Do
It's
not do it while you're on
bonkers.
mushrooms. You will die. Ew, don't watch Hereditary if you're on mushrooms anyway.
Oh god, I can't imagine watching.
Oh, you indeed,
like,
right?
The idea of watching that movie anything but stone cold sober is terrifying to me.
Yeah.
Like if I drink a beer before that movie, I'm fucked.
I was definitely drinking the first time I watched it because they sell beer at movie theaters now, and so that was fun.
So how did you enjoy spending $12 for a crappy IPA?
Well, they're like 6 to 8.
Oh, that's actually really affordable considering what movie theater prices are.
Yeah, well, you also live in New York and I live in the fucking Midwest, so things are way cheaper here.
I mean, I live in Rochester. It's not like New York City.
Well, it's still way more expensive out there.
You got me there. Blair, just out of curiosity, what's your state tax? What's your state tax on everything? Because we got like an 8% tax over here. I'm just curious for comparison's sake.
I think it's like a
cool.
Like 7. This is like cool conversation. It is like 7.
Cool Animorphs podcast.
Cool. Sorry, cut that entirely. I don't know why I felt the need to ask that, but I was just curious. Because I went to Philadelphia recently. Cut this. No, I'm not even gonna tell the story. Cut
No,
this
we
whole
have to
thing,
talk
please.
about Philadelphia state tax.
They really got me.
The only story that I have is that I went to Wawa and their state tax was way less than I expected. Wow.
How was Wawa?
I was good. I got the same sandwich twice. Ordered it on the touchscreen menu, and then it was like, "Do you want anything else?" I'm like, "Yes, please. I will order the exact same sandwich again."
One time my friend went to a restaurant and got a burger, and then the server asked, do you want any dessert? And she said, "I'd like another burger."
Say that the way you just said, "I'd like burger."
Oh my god. Did she just have a second burger for dessert?
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Sorry, I'm literally crying. I don't know if we can do this. Should we look at the cover of an Animorphs book?
Yeah, let's look at the cover of an Animorphs book, see how bad this one is. So this week we read The Threat, the second in the David franchise, the David trilogy. Which I'm starting to regret even foreshadowing that this was a trilogy, because now you guys know this wraps up in the next book.
I think that's okay.
But, so I just want to get a gut check before we actually get into everything, because I'm worried that some things that I say might give some things away. How do you think this wraps up?
I genuinely have no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Other
it's going to
than
resolve
as-
somehow. David might die.
Yeah, as aforementioned, kid death.
Yeah, we did talk about kid murder last time.
Yeah, you did. I did not. I did hear that. Yes.
But it seems...
Maybe he gets shot into space. Maybe he gets taken prisoner.
I'm guessing...
No matter what,
I'm
I'm
guessing
gonna
he
let
is-
you guys ramble for a little bit, and just no matter what you think, my answer is just gonna my response is just gonna be interesting, no comment.
Sure. Maybe
Um,
he gets nothlitted into worm.
Oh, worm.
And cannot.
Interesting, no comment.
You're really giggly today.
That's okay. I actually did not intend to actually do a meme there. I was just, like, fascinated by, oh, a worm.
Because worms don't think much, I think.
Yeah.
I do like the phrasing of nothlitted.
Nothlitted. Nothlit as verb.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any theories, Blair?
I would say, well, I'm going to bet money that he does not become a reoccurring character. So, my bet is on child murder, or, he just loses his memory somehow, and it's fine.
Interesting, no comment.
Oh, amnesia is a possibility.
Yeah.
Interesting, no comment.
I really think he could be shot into space.
That's also kid murder.
Well,
I mean, it is.
you
Interesting, no comment.
put him in pod. Put him in a pod. I don't know.
That's still
Okay.
kid murder. It's just kid murder via starvation.
Maybe put him in. Put him. Okay, it's kid murder. I'm sorry, I did kid murder again.
Interesting, no comment.
So.
I'm physically restraining myself from telling you guys whether you're right or wrong about this, and
No, I'm
explicitly
excited to
I'm
learn.
not gonna say anything. But God, I want to tell so badly. I'm probably gonna accidentally let it slip.
I'm excited to find out.
One way or another.
Yeah.
This is gonna be an accelerated thing because we have to record next week, or we have to record early because my girlfriend is coming from Vancouver to visit me the week after the week that we normally would record an episode on Wednesday or Thursday. So I'm gonna be unavailable those nights, and we have to record super early. So get y'all reading glasses ready.
Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah. I also all of my notes are handwritten this week because my computer was broken. So you'll hear very scholarly like ASMR page turning. But
Hell
also my handwriting is completely incomprehensible. So we'll see if any of this makes sense.
Y'all, we're coming up on this is actually we're coming up on the halfway point for the books. We have 5 books till the halfway point. I almost forgot how the math works there for a second.
What? Really? I thought there were way more.
There's 52.
Oh shit.
How many do you think there were?
I don't know, like 100?
Like a normal number, like 100.
Except what I said was 100. So I don't know if that's more or less. I think it just means like around 100.
Yeah.
Sure,
Let's
sure.
talk about this book cover, folks.
Cool.
Oh my god.
I've got a very high res JPEG I'm looking at here, and I'm gonna link it in the chat real quick for y'all.
Tremendous.
Because this one's extremely good.
No, I love this one for a lot of reasons.
I love this one because Jake, immediately Jake, is he's standing, stalwart, hands on his hips, absolute Superman pose. And then, the next pose, he's it's like if you had to, take a picture of that vine that's I'm gonna munch, I'm gonna crunch.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like to me, and he's instantly happier.
I mean, I definitely tweeted out the second face.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did love it immediately because after the second face, it does just start to look like furry territory, so that's less interesting. But the second face is just like a strange child.
It's Jake, but it's Jake in an alternate universe where he's happy.
Oh, baby boy.
No, don't say that. Oh no.
I think this is interesting because of all things, kind of dog transformations are the things we probably have the most of in media just because of werewolves and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love thinking about this as a werewolf transformation, but you just end up as a golden retriever.
That's extremely good to think about. How y'all feeling about the little halo around Homer's face in that last one?
So, It's great, and that would mean it was one of the books you could open it. It was like cut out,
Yes!
and on the inside they have like a little scene of just the
Yes,
animal.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, good fucking catch.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I think. Well, I have I have physical copies of exactly 3 Animorphs books, and they all do that. So it was a good reminder.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all want to get into this book?
I do. I'm actually gonna pull up the Wikipedia article because I read half of it a week ago and
Yeah,
half of
same
it
here.
today. So, the beginning is not something I remember super well. Well, no,
Because the beginning picks off from exactly where we left off after
Right, yeah, so
they're
it
falling
is-
from the blade ship, and
Yeah.
Rachel and Tobias grab all the little baby cockroaches.
I actually kind of, when I first started reading this book, I kind of forgot that Rachel and Tobias were just like doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So I was
they were in the
like,
plane.
how are they gonna make it out of here? And there's like Rachel Tobias just come in, and I'm like, oh, I guess
also
that works.
like I love though that they had like a significant conversation while falling. They're like, we're falling, we're gonna die. No, we won't. We're cockroaches. We're very little. Our mass is small enough that we won't die, except if we land in the water. Tension, tension, tension. Oh no, the birds caught us. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, fair enough.
My favorite thing in the world about insects is that they don't take fall damage.
Yeah, they'd be immune in the Star Wars.
The way you I'm sorry, the way you phrased that just kind of got me. Like, you phrased that like a shitty mid-2000s gaming webcomic would.
Oh God.
Chuck McFurbeter tells his friend Stevenen, like, hey, why don't bugs take fall damage? That's kind of OP, isn't it? Please nerf.
Don't nerf insects. They're just trying their best.
They're doing okay.
Yeah.
Chuck and Stevenen is that's Chuck. Look for it on Barnes and Noble shelves.
It's my new ship.
I will only buy it if they sometimes sit on a couch playing video games.
Oh, that's every panel. It's like Dinosaur
Thank
Comics.
God.
Yeah.
It's like Dinosaur Comics, except for it's the exact same panel for every comic.
Perfect.
That's good.
Okay.
I have to say, I also love that almost immediately they bring back the, like, David can't morph clothes. And Axe is like, so what?
I know, I love him so
He
much.
literally, like, refuses. He cannot wrap his mind around clothing at all, which is so funny.
There's an
like-
extremely good line in this book when they're like, let someone get David a hat, and they're like, there's a bunch of back and forth, and then Axe just jumps in half into the conversation. What is a hat?
It's so, like,
I mean, he has eyes on his head.
David Duchovny saying, what are frogs?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Just in the background, what is a
Did
hat?
you say David Cage? What are frogs?
No,
No,
I
no,
said
David-
Duchovny.
Duchovny.
Okay,
That
I
also
heard
might be
Cage
wrong,
for some
though.
reason.
It is Duchovny.
It is Duchovny, yes.
Yay, look at me go.
10 for 10.
Oh my god, the way he just asks, what is a hat?
What is a hat?
And then someone explains it like, oh, of course, okay. So you leave your face unclothed, but everything else is fair game. He's just like so fed up with the idea of clothing. I
He
love
hates
him.
it. Which made me think so much about that one incredible drawing someone did of him wearing like the booty shorts and then the shirt that says my eyes are up here and then the hat that says my eyes are up here. Like just like pointing up to his eye stalks. So
Yeah.
good.
Yes, I love that hat.
And so immediately Cassie and Rachel delicately avert their gazes and Tobias goes in bird form and shoplifts a Grateful Dead t-shirt. Which is so funny to me. I don't know why the specificity of it. It was like board shorts and an orange Grateful Dead t-shirt that he just brought. And then he was like, don't worry, I'll mail the money. And Jake was like, I'm protagonist. We have to make a rule against stealing. Brr, 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 brr. And then David's
Who
like, I want to kill
cares?
some birds. And it's like,
Okay, this
whoa,
whole thing was
guys.
so absurd to me because I'm like, Jacob, you were a teenage boy. Why do you care about shoplifting?
It's also...
He's the moral compass by which
It's
everyone else must align
shoplifting.
themselves.
It's shoplifting. It's shoplifting a Grateful Dead t-shirt, which probably costs like 25 cents to make.
It's also like if a bird stole a t-shirt and then you got money for the t-shirt, I think that raises more questions
Than if a bird just stole a
than if a
t-shirt.
bird just stole a t-shirt, which already raises some questions.
Right.
You know?
Like, yes, you can't press charges against a bird, But
Did you go to law school?
I did not take bird law in college, so.
So there was that whole thing where the monkey took the picture and then PETA sued on his behalf.
Yes, the monkey named Naruto.
Yeah. Do you think?
Okay, yeah.
Do you think bird?
Do you think? Are you asking if you think you could like press shoplifting charges on a bird?
Yeah.
Listen.
I would say no because birds don't understand human
What
society.
if you saw the bird wearing the t-shirt?
If I saw that bird wearing the t-shirt, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" If I go to the store.
No,
say,
I would not say fuck yeah because I can't fly with a t-shirt on.
Okay, I would be like, if I say I went to the store and I was like, okay, that is the coolest t-shirt I've ever seen in my life. It costs $200, but it's the best t-shirt I've ever made. And I buy it, and then I walk outside, the bird snatches out of my hand. I see that bird wearing it. I help that bird I say fuck yeah, and I help that bird get out of the shirt so it can fly.
Sure.
That's a fun little vignette. Can I use that as a music video? I don't know what song I'd do it for, but I'm sure I've got one.
Yeah. Sure. Please go ahead.
One of my saddest ones, preferably.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sweating my ass off.
It's
Keep it on. You need it for things. Hey, that's a joke. Hey guys, I made a joke. I hope you enjoyed that one.
I'm willing to give some space for humor on this show, but not too.
Yeah?
Let's like keep that pie graph, fairly consistent though.
Sure. What happens next? He gets.
They turn into seagulls, right? Because they have to scout out the area around the Marriott.
They do very shortly, but just before that, there's this great point where I think David wants to acquire some bird or another, and Tobias just starts going off about the birds that he hates.
Yeah, it's so good.
And somebody says,
So
Tobias just has some fairly definite opinions about birds, which makes me so happy.
Much.
And then Marco, makes a reference to a song, and he just starts singing a song. And everyone's like, Marco, why are you singing? Which just makes me so happy because, yeah, sure, of course he would just sing, and everyone would ignore him. And then he'd keep singing, and they'd be like, Marco.
Yeah, that's very Marco.
Would you like to explain
the thing? Also, David, when Jake says Tobias has some fairly definite opinions about birds, David says he's like a racist or something, only with birds instead of people.
And then Cassie is like, well, actually, birds are different species, and humans are all the same species, so no, it's not the same.
To be fair, it's Cassie, and B, Cassie is black, so
no, exactly.
I kind of get it. It makes sense to come from Cassie's mouth.
I don't mean well, actually, in a sort of condescending way. She was like, well, actually, it's not the same at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just by the way, David, fucking idiot.
And they
I'm gonna look up this thing that he sings, by the way, because this looks familiar, but it's something I can nothing I can recall off the dome.
I don't remember it ringing any bells for me, but I'm sure it might.
It seemed like an old timey song.
Yeah, they
from,
turn
old timey
it's the official song of the U.S. Air Force.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, there's no reason I would have known that then. I suppose.
Yeah.
They decide that the least suspicious morph to go check out this beachside hotel is naturally a seagull, because there's just a bunch of seagulls everywhere.
I love whenever they use the seagull morph, because it's just
good.
it's always a half chapter them being like, oh fuck, that looks tasty as shit.
It did remind me,
Fuck.
I don't remember if I ever told this story, if we've discussed seagulls before. One time, a seagull stole an entire slice of pizza from my friend. On the last day of 6th grade, we went out for lunch, and because it was the last day, we were all feeling rowdy, and so we stayed out past the time we were supposed to, and we were hanging out by the water, and a seagull came down, stole a french fry from me, and then stole an entire slice of pizza from my friend, and I still think about it.
A seagull once ruined my sister's ice cream. It didn't steal it, but we were just sitting out at by the docks, and there's an ice cream shop by the docks. And my sister's got the ice cream. She's about to take her first lick of it, and then a bird shits, and it lands right on her wrist.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And it doesn't hit the ice cream directly, but there is enough splash damage, and she's got white ice cream, so you can't necessarily eat her around.
That is insane.
That sucks.
Pinpoint accuracy.
I've been pooped on by a bird twice now, and they all happened this summer. both instances.
I never go outside, so I never have to worry about that.
I got pooped on by a bird 3 times in the first 5 days of one of the worst jobs that I've ever had, and I was like, this seems like it's gonna be great, and then I stayed there for another year.
Yeah. A good omen for sure.
Very good omen.
Fuck anyone who says being pooped on by a bird is good luck.
Yeah, they're just trying to
when
make up for
when I
it.
first moved into this house, like before I even moved all my stuff in, like the first day I came in and was like looking over the room to make sure that like my shit would fit, there was a pentagram of giant yellow lab shit on my bedroom floor.
That's awesome. Animals are so much fun.
I love Jackson so much. Jackson's a big dog.
Anyway,
Good boy.
enough about animal feces.
So yeah, there's seagulls, and David
Wait,
and
I
Marco
have
keep
a
getting
really,
fucking snippy with each
really
other.
good
Go on.
segue.
Okay,
Sure,
yeah.
okay. Let's
Speaking
really
of-
no.
Speaking of shit, do you know what's the shit?
Huh.
Drake on Beam sunglasses.
Oh yeah.
These fucking rule. Basically,
Yes.
the gang like starts going over this hotel, and then there's like secret security everywhere, and they don't know how many
Yep.
of them are controllers. And a guy.
And Marco specifically foretells the coming of Men in Black 2, which I think is very funny.
Does he?
Yes, he says it looks like Men in Black 2 around here, which that movie didn't come out for like 5 years, until like 5 years after this book was released.
When did the first Men in Black come out?
Like slightly before this, I think. This was 98. Let me look up Men in Black real quick. The film, let's just clarify that so that the FBI doesn't come after me. Yeah, this was 90. That was in 97.
Oh, that's
so
wild.
yeah.
But one of these guys is sort of just staring up at the seagulls, and Jake finds himself in immense pain at one point when this guy is looking at him, and then he realizes that what's happening is this guy has I think Axe explains the possibility that his sunglasses are Dracon beam emitters, and he's basically trying to scare all the seagulls away by causing them huge pain just by looking at them. And
Yeah.
naturally how this develops is that they're like, well, we all have to get out of here, but we can't make it look suspicious. So, of course, Jake, the protagonist, action hero, stays so that he can get hit one more time to give everyone else a chance to escape. And it's like, Jake, you know what? I don't know if you're allowed to be mad at Rachel when she has death desires anymore.
Well,
Right.
no. Jake makes everyone take a hit.
Well, they all take a hit, but he takes 2.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, because he gets hit first, and then everyone else starts to get hit, and he's basically like, we can't all scatter at the same time, so everybody start going, and I will wait here and get hit again.
Someone's gotta.
Yeah, and I think they're like, well, we'll have to find another way, and they kind of go home. And David has nowhere to go, obviously, because his parents have been yerk-napped, and everyone's looking for him. And they decide to let him sleep in the barn, which made me feel really, territorial.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand him, and I was like, get out of Cassie's barn.
You don't belong there.
No, I know. It really, I had, an intense feeling of, ugh, no. This is not a place for you.
And then he goes missing one night, right? Is there anything that happens between this and him going missing and then finding him broken into the fucking
Oh, well, we learned something about
Doubletree?
Well, we learned something that happens with Jake's extended family.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
Cousin Sadler.
Yeah, someone gets sick or injured or something.
Okay, A of all,
He gets hit by a car.
Sadler? Is that a name?
I know it as a
No.
last name, but not spelt like that.
I know it is a last name specifically as one of the villains in Resident Evil 4.
Oh, there's a building here that's named after somebody with the last name Sadler, but it's spelled differently. But the funny
like
thing,
like a sad version of the Onceler.
Yeah.
oh no, it is like that.
Sadler stuck.
Sadler gets hit by a car, and Jake goes on this several paragraph thing where he's like, well, honestly, I feel a little bad about it, but the thing is, Sadler's kind of a dick and kind of always has been, and also my life is going to be easier because his parents sort of toddle off to help Sadler's parents.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, I should probably feel worse about this, but honestly, that cousin has always been an asshole,
Oh.
and this is going to be a lot easier with my parents not around. And
Yeah,
my
for sure.
first,
I have to cut in real quick, and we can get back to exactly what you're saying, but I just remembered, I never actually read the second book in this trilogy. I read the first one and I read the third one, so I know to start to know how this ends. I just remembered a supremely fucked up plot point for the second book, or for the third book in this trilogy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, sorry. No, there was some heady foreshadowing at the end of the book, and I was like, I wonder what David's referring to. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
anyways,
oh
go
God.
on.
He's like, David. I was like, okay. I know you have the exact inverse reaction, Santa, but part of me is like, you know what? He's just a child. He's just a little boy. So I kind of hope. I know he's gonna be semi-antagonistic, but like, maybe it's just gonna be a big misunderstanding. But like everything in this fucking book was like, he's evil, and just I'm like, hey, he's just a little boy.
It's funny because normally I have that reaction. I get very, very defensive of children in books, generally. Like, I can't read Harry Potter anymore. I know, read another book, but I can't read it because I get so scared and sad that these 12-year-olds are facing danger all the time. So normally that is very much how I feel, but I don't know, maybe it's just that my, like, protectiveness of the other kids in this book overruled it, but...
You can never read Pendragon.
I can't read anything. I can't read.
Okay,
yeah.
The thing that I wanted most was that this series suddenly took a wild detour, and instead of everything else that happens in this book, this became like the Jake throws a party episode. Like, Marco finds out that Jake's parents are out of town, and he's like, the president can wait. We gotta throw a rager. Like, just imagine.
My cousin can get us a kegger.
Yeah.
Oh my God, write that fan fiction.
It would be so good. It would. They just invite everyone, but it still has to be like the right age rating. So they all they go and they buy like one of those big pallets of like several different types of soda, and everyone's like, "What? You only have Pink Crush left. I wanted orange."
And that's the main conflict of the book?
That's the main conflict of the book. It's really, really tame.
I have never in my life encountered or known of the existence of a Pink Crush until right now.
Oh, really?
I've only ever encountered... I know, like, I assumed... No, wait, I knew Grape Crush existed, but, like, I thought that was it. I thought it was orange and grape.
No, pink is like a cream soda.
Oh shit! I'd never heard. Yeah, I didn't. I know Fanta had a lot of flavors because of all those commercials that they had with the four women.
Yes.
Dressed in the different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But I tend to avoid Crush as a rule because I don't like orange, and I know it's like that's one of them, but I'm like Crush, no thanks. You orange, no. Hard pass.
Me whenever I'm getting romantic feelings for somebody.
These are fun jokes.
There's a great moment in here where Tom is like, Jake, get off the computer. I need to use the phone. Which, fucking shout out. You know,
I love the 90s.
TBT. That just really made me laugh because it immediately dated it so hard.
Yeah, because Marco's copious pop culture references don't date it whatsoever because we, as a society, are just, like, catching up on some things.
Sure.
Yeah.
But like whenever Marco made a Buffy reference, and I dissociated for a brief instant because I was like, oh, that's how old Buffy is. Okay, oh
yeah. I mean, but also
okay. The thing is, in the pilot episode of Buffy, what the fuck, Charisma Carpenter's character Cordelia, is that her name?
Yep.
She asks Buffy if fucking the God, what the fuck's his name? The guy from she asks if James Spader is the biggest hottie, and like as someone who has only encountered James Spader through the NBC series The Blacklist. Like, that was a wild thing that just made me, like, completely lose track of time for a second. Like, because he's an old man on the Blacklist. He looks like Sam Neill a little bit on the Blacklist.
I honestly cannot pull up a mental picture of who this man is.
James Spader or Sam Neill?
James Spader, but also neither.
I've never encountered a man in my life.
No, I think I know
Sam Neill's the guy from Jurassic Park, yes.
Well, I've never seen... Jurassic Park. So
it's pretty good.
yeah.
Hey, Animorphs.
There's a great bit here where Cassie calls. This is where David goes missing.
Here's what James Spader looks like by the way. This is the man that Charisma Carpenter calls the number one hottie in the pilot episode of Buffy. Anyways, go on. Sorry.
He has nice shaped lips.
He does.
Cassie calls because David has gone missing, and the code made me laugh out loud because she's basically like, they don't know if they're being listened to, and she's like, "Hey, Jake, did you catch Letterman tonight? I think it got canceled." And Jake is like, I'm sure that he's still in the same time slot as ever. I'll come over. Like, Cassie's like, "Thanks, Jake. I just really am missing David Letterman." And it's like, okay. Yep,
These children do not watch David Letterman. That is the fact that they would imply that these children watch David Letterman is more suspicious than like, hey, do you know what happened to our good friend David?
I know. Oh my god. And Jake goes to the barn where he meets Cassie and Rachel, and he's like, "Whoa, Rachel, when did you get here? Because you're all dressed up." And Cassie's like, "Rachel keeps outfits here." Obviously.
They are dating so much.
They're dating
They are
so
so
much.
dating.
Oh, they're so extremely very much dating. Is the thing.
It's great. And then, unfortunately, there's
oh my god. I had this extremely gay thought out of nowhere that, like, they're not dating yet, but, like, Cassie is, like, when Rachel comes over and gets changed in the barn, Cassie, like, has to, like, physically occupy herself elsewhere because she feels guilty for, like, stealing the furtive glances that she can't help herself from doing.
Yes.
Otherwise.
I mean, she's deeply, madly in love with Rachel is the thing.
Yes.
Excessively.
This is known.
Oh my god, and it's Cassie, Cassandra. She is so much using, like, Jake, Rachel's cousin, as, like, basically the same thing, right?
Oh.
You know, it's the transitive property, right?
Cassie and Jake have some really lovely interactions in this.
Oh yeah, I agree. Oh, they're the best of friends.
One of which I love. So there's a really bad morph, unfortunately, because Jake starts to morph into Homer when he's in the barn, and Cassie's like, "Yo, you can't morph into a dog in here because you'll go crazy on the animals." And Jake's like, "Okay." And he's like half morphed into a dog and opens the door and like trots out, which is such a bad mental image.
He just does the "I'm gonna munch, I'm gonna crunch" vibe, and then like the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
yeah.
waddles to the door.
And Cassie comes out. I think that she's already transformed into an owl at this point, but I'm not quite sure. No, she was probably still human. And Jake's like, "I want to play, I want to play, I want to play, I want to play." And he like does the like play pose at her, and she very politely is like, "I don't think I would like to play, thank you." Which makes me so
It is the best stuff ever. Oh my god, Jake is so adorable.
It's so cute. I love whenever he's a dog. It's like whenever Cassie's a dolphin. They're just like, "Oh my god, I'm happy for once."
Yeah, but so what happens is Jake gets David's scent and follows him until the scent goes cold, and then he picks up a lion's scent, and Jake is like, "What the fuck? You turned into a lion here?" And then Cassie is like, "I didn't remember you morphing into a tiger and running around on people's roofs, Jake." And he's just like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they find David has just broken into a Holiday Inn to watch TV. And my exact note is, "I hate him, but mood."
I mean, that was another one of the things where it's just like, I mean, given the opportunity, yeah, me too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely get up to more shenanigans if I could transform into an animal than these children do.
Also, I know Jake is like kind of the moral compass in this book, but he's such a moralist in this book because it's like, who cares? No one's using the room. No one's losing a profit because you're sitting in the room.
It's really interesting because they've had him make moral concessions before, and I think part of it is just a narrative device in order to like give David something to bounce off of. But it also makes sense to me that with a new person in the group, he would start to be like occupy more of a commander role and start to like try to lay down hard lines.
Right,
but
exactly. Because like everyone else is like he like this David. He doesn't know David from Adam, and like he can like just like he can just like talk to everyone else like person to person, but like he knows David as like an animorph first and a person second.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting difference. I understand why it's there, but it's very much like Jake.
Jake, tone it down a little bit. I mean, he's a
if
teenager.
you
He's
had
doing
to-
his best.
Sure. If you had to steal a t-shirt to save Cassie, you wouldn't worry about paying it back.
Yeah.
And he does pay it back.
He does.
He
He
does.
fucking
He
mails
says
money
in-
to it. It's so
Yep.
funny.
He says when they confront David in the hotel that he dive bombed as an eagle to break into to watch television.
Yeah. And I love Jake just being like, eagles don't break into hotel rooms, so this is suspicious. And David's like, whatever.
And they basically puff up their chest at each other, and David's like, "You threatening me?" And Jake is like, "No, we're the only family you have."
Yeah.
And they
Which was an
They, like, get-
intense, very
it
intense.
was an
Yeah.
extremely intense scene.
Yeah.
Oh god! And then the next one gets the next scene is just they tee up into a dragonfly, and everyone else turns into flies, and they fly into a hotel.
Into
and it's
fleas.
fucking nasty.
Into fleas.
Into fleas,
yeah.
thank you.
And
Yeah, and then-
it's very funny because Cassie's like,
It
no,
sucks
if
because
we
Jake's eyes balloon out first before
the actual
anything
morph
else.
is bad, but Cassie proposes this flea is riding on a dragonfly gambit, and everyone's like, well, wouldn't we just fall off? And she's like, not if we bite whoever the dragonfly is. And Marco's like, you're disturbing sometimes, which makes me very happy. And then they drew
Yeah.
pine needles to see who would be the dragonfly, which reminded me of the
They didn't
fry
have any.
scene.
They didn't have any French fry. Yeah, French
And
fries.
my first thought was Marco immediately eats his pine needle as a joke. Like, remember last time when I ate
Callback.
the fry?
Uh-huh.
And he eats the pine needle. No one else commits to this bit, and they're all just watching him, and he has to chew and either sadly spit out this pine needle or actually swallow it.
He would swallow. There's no way he would spit that
No,
out.
I think it's funnier if he spits it out
Yeah.
because it's like,
I-
oh, this is taking way longer
listen.
than I thought it would to macerate this plant fiber.
Yeah, I definitely see him sort of sadly just sticking
Yeah.
his tongue out, letting it fall down.
So yeah, they turn into a dragonfly and it sucks, and they break into the hotel, and then, oh god, what happens after that? Because
This whole thing is horrifying.
Yeah, this all sucks. Before we get into the suck, I just have
suck?
one thing to say, which is that Jake is actually really funny when he lets himself be. At one point he goes, "Ah," I commented calmly. And then he apologizes for mentioning his butt because he's like, then my butt started to turn into a dragonfly butt. Sorry, yes, I'm talking about my butt. It's like, Jacobeth.
He is
Jacob.
And yeah, and then
Jacob Bethany.
It took them an hour and 40 minutes to get to the hotel because when they finally get to the hotel, Axe is like, yo, we only have about 20 minutes in Morph. And this is where things started to get really fucking confusing for me because there's holograms start happening. There's great commentary from Axe being like, you put wars on TV for your people to watch? Humans.
Okay, Andalites don't have any room to speak.
Yeah, right? They're
I
literally
think-
a warfaring society. But I do
Right.
think that he's like, but it's not entertainment, which is kind of fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go into a bellman's hat and they get into a spider web, and this is when things really bad, just really bad, because the spider's not great.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Jake makes Cassie explode.
It's
Yeah,
horrifying.
that does happen.
Yeah.
That does happen because he demorphs first out of urgency, and Cassie is still attached to him as a flea, and she almost just
Yeah.
Yeah.
She pops because the explanation is that one of his little dragonfly-sized veins, or that wherever she was connected to, turned into a human-sized vein, and the blood pressure just made her pop. And
Which is horrifying.
it sucks. And then they're all struggling because they're right at the minute, they're all struggling to demorph. Marco turns into a 4-foot tall flea, which is
it's
bad.
horrifying.
But it does
Okay,
lead to...
I've got the transcript right here because I'm sorry about this. Earmuffed for 30 seconds. It stood on 6 bristling legs. The body was the color of rust. It was narrow as if it had been run over by a train. It was built of interlocking plates of armor. Its head was a hideous helmet with a ring of spikes raked back all around the top and sides. At the bottom of the helmet were more spikes, like some horrible parody of a mustache. 2 stubby antennae protruded, saber-toothed tiger teeth stuck straight down. It had 2 black button eyes, dead, soulless eyes. It was now a flea as large as a dog.
I hated it.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's very bad.
But the awfulness of it does make it much sweeter that Cassie, like Marco is like having trouble getting out of this terrible situation, and Cassie goes over and just like holds him and calms him down and talks him through it, even though he's a giant flea.
Yeah.
And it's like, Cassandra.
The likelihood of me touching a gigantic flea are pretty slim. So, she's the bravest woman on Earth, is basically what I'm saying.
Braver than any and all U.S. Marines.
Yes.
Or, I guess, to be topical for this book, the Air Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, this entire next scene is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Because it's a hologram inside of a hologram inside of a hologram.
Yeah, I mean...
Is that the next...
No, we're only dealing with one hologram at this point.
But then it becomes revealed that it's a hologram inside a hologram.
No, that is at the very end of the book, my dear.
No, it starts here.
Well, yeah, there is one hologram here.
Right,
yeah, they're investigating.
They go back and then,
Yeah, they're investigating.
They're scouting.
Yeah, they're in the column. That's like a hologram, and they're all crammed.
Oh my god, that's right. This is where the extremely homoerotic scene happens.
I don't remember this, and I just read this, so I don't know what you're talking about.
The gay subtext, I don't know. The tiger versus lion thing seems extremely like.
Oh, okay, okay. Let's backpedal a little bit because you're jumping way ahead.
No, not the very, very end. I'm talking about
you were jumping way ahead.
You're jumping ahead.
No. I'm talking one chapter ahead when David talks about it. Okay, fine, go.
So there's a pillar hologram thing, and everyone's inside of it, and that's great. And Jake exits it to like investigate, and then a bunch of like important people come around, and he like dives underneath the table to like listen to what they're talking about. And he basically gets their plan, I think, because like one of the dudes is obviously a controller, and he's talking about like just the way all of these people are going to be arranged, I guess, in the order they're going. It's some shit. Basically, like the plan of attack as they see it is that they're going to be like these like world leaders are going to be like swapped out as they're approaching the podium, and then like because the goal is to like acquire them rather than to like make them controllers.
Yeah, which
so
ultimately this. I don't know if this plan was fake or if they just changed it, but this plan is insane, first of all.
Yeah.
It's just complete nonsense. And it's also important to note that there's a yerk pool inside the hologram, and they decide not to kill it, which ends up being a good idea because they didn't raise suspicions, but Jake makes a comment about not feeling good about killing defenseless slugs. It's like, fuck off, Jake. They're not. You know they're not. That's so dumb. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, we've had this the book has had this conversation before.
Yeah.
And it's like I never get it every time. But the justification here ultimately was the fact that they would just replace them anyway, and then they would, and then their like whole shtick would be up, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that part makes sense. They
would lose the element of surprise.
Yeah,
right. That makes sense.
It's just the offhand comment, like, oh, but they're defenseless, so I wouldn't have wanted to do it anyway. It's like
they're imperialists.
They're terrible. And
yes,
basically.
And then immediately after this, David morphs a lion because he wants to kill them, and Jake has to stop him.
Yeah,
and then David has the line about who do you think would win, a tiger or a lion?
Well,
it'd be funny to think about.
Jake grabs a lion. Like, David is just transformed into a lion, doesn't really have a lot of control over it, and Jake just grabs him by the scruff of the neck like a mama cat, and then is like, oh shit, this is actually a lion that I'm touching. I forgot. Oops. Manages to calm him down, and then they decide to do their escape is to do the flea thing again, and they don't know how to arrange it, so Jake is like, hey, don't take this the wrong way, but if you bite me, and then we both transform, maybe you'll still be biting me when we've transformed. Which is just like two teens sitting under a banquet hall table in a fancy hotel, like chewing on each other, and it's like, okay.
Reminder, also, please do recall that these teens are in like skin tight clothing too, which is infinitely funnier. Like they're both just wearing leotards.
Yeah, and they've had one conversation.
Okay, I know a couple episodes ago, Seda, you brought up the fact that Marco, or not Marco, the kids were just like getting really good at morphing back and forth, and like my counterpoint was that like they've been doing this for a while. Like when you work on a muscle, like, but the thing is that David just like has this down pat. He goes from a flea to a lion to a flea in like 30 minutes.
I know. I took note of that too, because yeah, I remember having that grievance and accepting the explanation, like totally, but David morphs like 6 times in the space of a day, which they absolutely could not have done the first like week that they had their powers.
I mean, listen, you give me the ability to morph, I'll fucking do it 50 times a day.
Yeah.
Like, I will just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you have to sleep for 16 hours.
Yeah.
Because you've exhausted your body.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind that part.
There's this great, they decide they're trying to figure out basically why the Yeerks are doing this, why they've decided to acquire the morphs rather than turn everybody into controllers. And all of the boys have their one theory about the logistics of it, basically that it doesn't make sense to turn the president into controller because he probably couldn't get away from his handlers every 2 days to go like get some Kandrona rays. Mm-hmm. And then Cassie comes in with what sounded, I swear to God, I've read this like fandom discourse post, which was like, oh yeah, sure, of course the dudes are just caring about the plot of the thing and the logistics behind it. As a woman, I care about the character motivations. I think Visser 3 is doing this because he has a huge ego and is an asshole. It was like, I've read this exact discourse post, except it was like 45 paragraphs long and written by somebody with a Star Trek fuck URL, you know?
Yeah.
It was, yeah. But, I mean, it was very funny.
It was good.
Then Jake basically goes to Cassie and is like, wants to talk to her about David because he can't figure him out at all. And Cassie immediately is like, you want to talk to me about David? And Jake's like, what? And Cassie's like, yeah, you've been staring at him all day. And Jake's like, oh, uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
I need you, Cassie.
For normal reasons.
I don't understand how emotions do. Please help me, Cassie.
Yes. I love them so much.
I know. And yeah, I really struggled a little bit with the end of this book because they come up with a plan that's just as crazy, where they decide they're going to lurk by the Yeerk pool. That's not very fun to say. They're going to lurk by the pool. They're going to take out the guards. And then when the world leaders get dragged into the hologram to be acquired, they're going to convince them of alien life and then send them on their way and try to like use this as an opportunity, which it's such a crazy plan, and everything starts to really fall apart.
Yeah.
And they all turn into birds, and they're carrying weights, and they have to
knock out the other guards.
They have to find their way in past this force field, and Axe is basically like, if I pass out, it's not safe. I'm gonna try to get in this force field. If I die, I wasn't right. Let's go.
If I die, it's not safe.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about this is that like Jake is extremely worried that the snake that Marco morphed like put too much venom into one of the guys to like accidentally kill him instead of just knock him out. The thing is that like they dropped like heavy weights on these other dudes, and like just like give them some serious blunt force trauma to the head. I'd be more concerned with those guys, honestly.
I think that it's again a narrative device to act as a contrast to David, because they are very, very, very specific several times in this book about using non-lethal force, which in previous books, it's not, they usually don't explicitly say someone died, but they do say he stopped moving, or he was taken care of, or Rachel hit him really fucking hard, let's move on.
I love this.
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it too hard. But they're very, very specific in this. Like, they have, like, the shot of, you know, when, like, a TIE fighter gets blown up in a Star Wars cartoon and they show them like, or in Atla.
Okay,
and, like,
okay.
Somebody
No,
gets
sorry,
blown
sorry.
up and then you see somebody like parachuting out.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing that when you said that, I was extremely confused because like you said a TIE fighter blows up, and like my head just immediately said a TIE fighter. Oh, you mean like a Muay Thai fighter? And I'm like, what the fuck did I do at the end of like Muay Thai matchups?
You know when you kick so hard you explode?
I've been there.
And my note that made me laugh really hard is that they try to put the snake on stun mode. Because they're like, okay, Marco, try to inject just enough venom into him to keep him down, but not to kill him. Which is like...
Yeah, no murder, please.
I don't know if... Also, Axe takes every single opportunity throughout this book, whenever they come up against alien technology, to be like, well, Andalites wouldn't have this much trouble with it. It's like...
I love him so much.
It's constant, and it's so funny.
He is my baby boy.
And then
There's not... basically what happens from here is... Because I feel like we can just skip the next, like, 20 pages or so, because it's just, like, a lot of, like, preparations and holograms, then holograms, and then holograms bullshit.
Sure,
And just kind of... I mean, there's stuff at the end of it, obviously, that we take... Because, like, once the secondary hologram drops, and Visor 3 is there, and he's got, like, this army of Hork-Bajir... And... Oh, go on. Sorry.
I just want to point out one thing,
I'm railroading.
because this is, like, an ongoing thing. They acquire human morphs because they acquire these human controllers, and they have like a discussion about that they've decided that this is okay in the dire circumstances, which is just interesting because it's been sort of an ongoing problem.
Ethical dilemma, yes.
Yeah. And also they all dress Axe because they don't want to waste the time waiting for him to know how to put on a suit, and Rachel's the only one who knows how to tie a tie.
Because I love her
made
so
me
much.
laugh so hard.
It's so funny.
And I have to wonder if it's because she loves fashion or if she was a band kid at one point.
If she was a band kid, what instrument do you think she played?
Clarinet.
Clarinet
cello.
is good. Cello?
Clarinet, I can see cello.
So this is more of an orchestra situation.
I can see. I played viola, so I always say orchestra.
Clarinet was the wrong call. Clarinet, she's not like timid enough to be a clarinet player. She's a trumpet player.
No, Cassie would play trumpet.
No, trumpet is reserved for people who are like extremely brash and obnoxious. Like I know some people who play trumpet who are not this, but every single person in high school that played trumpet was extremely obnoxious, a little bit of an asshole, and just like extremely brash personality.
I really don't think Rachel would play a brass instrument.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like she'd play a wind instrument. I don't know if
she's too fat for brass.
Marco would play trombone.
He fucking absolutely would play trombone. Yes. Then there's holograms, and then
Tobias was a drummer.
Yes, and so sometimes he just got shafted to auxiliary percussion, but he didn't really mind. There's holograms in holograms. Visser 3 is there, and then he
has an army, but they're a hologram because Marco tries to bite one.
It's a lot of like emotional waffling for a while. Like
Visser 3 tries to recruit David, and it pretty much works. He's like,
it doesn't work immediately, but he's like, hey, if you come to your parents' house, we will we can reunite you with your parents, and I won't turn you into a controller, I promise. And then like fingers are crossed behind his back or what the fuck ever. And then David's like, I'm gonna do, and then Cassie like bites him in the fucking leg, and he's like, no, don't.
Yeah, and they end up escaping because hotel security hears all of the fighting, and basically all like the Animorphs and Visser 3 are like, well, we can't get found out by these humans, so stalemate, let's go. And they just leave, pretty much.
It's so good. I love stalemates.
I actually really like, And then
stalemates are so fucking cool.
Yeah. Then basically David sneaks out. They realize that David's probably going to try to get away. Well, there's a great scene where David's really like braggadocious.
Yes, I was about to bring that up, They're flying back, and David is like, I wasn't going to turn. I promise. I was just trying to fool him and get close. You saw how close I got, right? And he, like, gradually turns over the course of the conversation to being like, yeah, I had him right in the fucking palm of my hand, that Visor 3. More like Visor P. Yeah. That's what I would call it to his face. But I was a little bit scared, but not that scared. I should have called him Visor P. I didn't think about that until just now.
Mm-hmm. And everybody's just quietly like, yeah, David.
Jake Jake private thought speaks every one of them and is like, don't fucking say a goddamn word.
Yeah.
I will fucking
Let him have
I will
this.
murk you. Let him do not let him think that we suspect him whatsoever. And then Jake camps out and in the back of Cassie's dad's pickup truck to watch the barn, and he passes the fuck out, and then Axe wakes him up by thought speak and is like, hey, idiot. Fucking
David's
David's on the
traitoring
run.
us right now. David's in the
Yeah.
process of traitoring.
So, Jake follows him, and he comes to a really gruesome scene, which is, it's at David's old house, obviously. Right? Yes?
Well, they
Is it not
David's
the woods?
exploded old house.
They go through the woods. They go to David's old house. They don't stay there for very long. They have kind of a bird fight. I think that David tries to hit.
Well, the thing is that this is where he finds Tobias's body.
Yes, right. Because
Tobias is, like, on the floor,
Yeah,
and...
Tobias followed David. Oh, I literally blocked this out because I hated it so much. I didn't even write it down
yeah.
because it made me so upset.
Yeah, like Tobias lost contact with Axe and Jake because he was the only one able to keep tabs on him, and they kind of just... Jake and Axe was like, well, he's probably at his house, right? And they flew there, and, fucking David is there in his golden eagle morph, and like just perched on his bed watching fucking I think they mentioned exactly what it was, but I can't remember what. He's just like
Was
watching
it
television.
Gilligan's Island?
I think it was Gilligan's Island. That does sound accurate. But and then Jake notices Tobias's like crumpled, bloodied body on the floor, and it's like, oh fuck, I think Tobias is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks.
It sucks so
much.
bad.
And yeah, then they have a bird fight, and they end up going to the roof of the mall, which I love as a recurring. I think one of my notes was that the skylight is really trying to be fatal to the Animorphs, the mall skylight.
Remember that time in book 3 when Marco like fucking with pinpoint accuracy and like the arm of like better than the like Marco just went fucking full rookie of the year like and just like cranked his arm back and shot a baseball and saved Tobias's life when he tried to kill himself.
Yeah. Yeah, and so we have Jake and David do their tiger-lion fight, and then
Yes. David sinks his fangs into Jake.
Yeah, and Jake is like, fuck it, let's do this. Fuck you. Sort of better because the fight between Potter and Voldemort was fucking bullshit in the last movie, but very much like, let's finish this as we started, David, together, and like crashes through the skylight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they morph and they fight, and David sinks his lion teeth into Jake, and Jake sort of starts to lose consciousness, and that's where the book ends.
Yep.
How do y'all think this okay, how do y'all think this resolves, like, besides how David resolves, obviously, what do you think, how do you think this resolves for all the other characters?
Tobias becomes not dead anymore somehow through Andalite magic, I assume.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's some sort of transfer of energy from David to Tobias. Like, it's like the Doctor getting extra reanimations. That's not what they're called in Doctor Who. Oops.
Regenerations.
From, like, a dying Time Lord or whatever fucking thing Doctor Who usually does. And it's like, they take the morph power from David and they use it to morph Tobias back to life.
Morph Tobias from a dead bird to an alive bird.
Yes. Wait, I have the solution, guys. He just has to acquire an alive morph. And then he can morph into it. He'll be alive again.
Interesting, no comment.
Yeah, I assume there's some sort of plot magic that happens because as soon as he died, I just don't think he's like that death is gonna stick. So
Interesting, no comment.
I mean
it can't. in my personal opinion, in my heart song.
Well, let's get into questions.
Yeah, let's do that.
Before I spoil anything, which
Yeah.
I'm dangerously close to doing so on accident.
Yeah. Go ahead. Question.
At Heavenly Evan wants to know theories about how they wrap it up in the next book. Well,
I feel like we
didn't talk about that. We definitely have. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't seem like we were ignoring Evan's question. Sorry,
Yeah.
Evan.
Hi.
Also, at Core Penetration wants to know what type of personal transportation would the kids use if they had to pick just one. So,
Well,
to
they all
me,
have Go ahead.
Okay, I think, like, barring the concept of A, driver's licenses, and B, like realism, I think Marco would drive an ATV everywhere if he could. Or like maybe a dirt bike or something. Marco would drive a dirt bike.
I want Marco to have a scooter and insist that it's cool.
Oh.
Oh my god, Marco rides a Vespa.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please.
Marco keeps failing his driver's test because he keeps, like, driving badly as a joke, so he gets one of those, like, e-bikes that can only go, like, 40 kilometers an hour or whatever.
He's got flame decals on it.
Oh my god, yes.
But like they're ironic flame decals or so he says.
So he says, yes.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Cassie is a Jeep
Who's
girl.
most likely to rollerblade?
Tobias?
I mean, my brain,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm into
okay,
that.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Tobias,
yeah.
rollerblades are bikes everywhere.
Totally.
Yes, absolutely. Jake drives a shitty, shitty car that's like 5 or 6 years old.
Older than that. I'm thinking more like 10 to 15 years old.
Okay, yeah, he no matter what, he is always one generation of like media player behind in his car. So like when all the cars get cassette tapes, he's driving something with an 8-track. When they all get like CD players, he's driving a cassette tape. When they all get like Blu-ray, whatever the fucks, he's driving a CD.
I have this like feeling in my gut that his dad is the type who would buy him a fixer-upper car to build character.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Oh my god, you're so right.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh my god. How does Axe get around?
Oh my god.
think
Oh my
he-
god. If it were now,
shouldn't-
I want him to have one of those shitty fake hoverboards.
Yes!
No, yes.
That he's like souped up to be absolutely illegal and so dangerous.
There's I was just reminded suddenly of this, but there's a D plot to a Hardy Boys book that I remember reading once, where they're like, the Hardys have like a recurring character friend named like Charlie or Chuck or something, and he's just like a complete fucking dumbass and a useless piece of shit. He's like a very good friend of theirs, but one of the subplots is like he wants to power up his bike with like fucking rocket fuel, rocket powered bicycle, and he does it at the end of the book, and that's Axe.
Oh my god.
He
Yeah.
dreams big. He dreams big.
What? Rachel. Does Rachel drive like a hot pink Range Rover?
That is so much. I don't know what she drives, but she always ends up riding in Cassie's Jeep. With
Yeah.
her.
Absolutely.
Yes.
She likes the aesthetic of a convertible,
Oh my
but
God.
never wants to wrap her hair or anything, so she doesn't go for that.
And bugs in her teeth.
Yeah.
What is now the real question is, what is David drive?
David is fucking dead, so I don't know.
David's in the back of a police car from me arresting him for killing birds.
Arrested for
Arrested
bird crimes. That's the end of the episode.
Cool.
So if you want to find the podcast at the Wonder Yerks on Twitter, or the wonderyerks@gmail.com. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/fearbaiting, which supports this and our sister show, Fearbaiting, which is Blair and mine's horror movie podcast. Thank you to our patrons. At the $1 a month level, you get access to any bonus content we do, voting for fear-baiting episodes and such. $5 a month, you get a message. $10 a month, you get to demand us watch a movie on fear-baiting. So thank you and you get shout-outs on the episodes for $5 and $10. So thank you very much to Michael Kaiser, Sophie, the cool Sophie, Kit, and Paul Bechtel.
We love you.
We love you all. If you want to find me elsewhere, my Twitter actually changed. So, because I was having a weird kind of small, very minor identity crisis over the fact that, like, literally every other speedrunner and every other furry I know goes by a handle of some variety. And I just was like, Sarah or Lulu, which is just like a name. And so my Twitter and also my Twitch stream, by the way, which I'm streaming more at now, is Sunhatzenya. SUNHATZHENYA. And my Tumblr is still Chie Satsunakas. But also, this upcoming Sunday, I'm going to be on a stream for Games Finished Adequately again. It's a stream to... oh, God. It's to raise money for charity, but I can't remember which one it is off the top of my dome. But I'll be speedrunning Cuphead. It's going to be like my farewell to Cuphead. It's going to be the last time I run that game for at least the considerable future. So if you want to tune in for that... I'll be going on around like 3:30 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday afternoon. I'll be tweeting all about it, so don't worry about if you follow my Twitter, don't really worry too much about missing it. But just a heads up. And that's it for me. Oh yeah, also follow my leftism. Check out my leftism podcast, Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, which I do with 11 other people.
Cool. If you want to find me on the internet, you can do so at BlairKitch on Twitter or blairkitch.tumblr.com. Another thought about handles is that, like, I was like, oh, I should, before I went by the name I go by now, I was like, I should have a cool internet name, and then I just made that cool internet name my actual human name, so, be careful.
Yeah. Did you say the thing?
Yeah, I said the thing. You
Okay,
say
I
the
can say a thing. You can find me on the internet. I'm on Twitter at nudity with an EA instead of a Y, and I make music that you can find at gaygothvibes.online. And my other podcast will actually be updating next week. It's a podcast where I make songs to solve little problems, and I've actually written the songs, and I just have to record them, so it'll finally be updating for the first time in 5 fucking months.
It's such a good fucking podcast.
Yeah.
It's called Music from Molehills, correct?
Yeah, that's the one.
It's such a good fucking podcast. I love it so much.
Yeah, and if my Twitter, I tweet about everything I do, including like when I wash my hair and stuff. So it's like really exciting, and
Or
you'll
cry about
definitely.
Geralt.
I cry about Geralt all the time.
Who isn't, though, at all times, right?
The thing is that, like, Geralt is not my cat, but, like, I still kind of tear up about him every once in a while.
Yeah, it was his
He's
birthday.
very good.
His birthday just passed.
Yeah, happy birthday, Geralt.
Yay.
This episode goes out to Geralt.
Shout out to the little boy who lives in my home and yells at me.
I love him so much.
Right.
Anyways, that's gonna do it for this week's episode. Of the Wonder Years. We'll be back again in 2 weeks with the finale of the David trilogy, which I'm losing my fuck damn mind just thinking about. But until then, you can. I almost did my links again. Until then, I'm Sarah.
I'm Blair.
I'm Seda.
And we're trapped in the time loop. And remember, keep your hand on the Escafil device.
Don't even move it off of me.
Ever.